favorite ones that I've ever had. Honestly, like everybody was super engaged and very different and gave a lot of perspective to the class. We spent 4 weeks talking about different jokes and things, so this show is sort of a culmination of everything that we did over the last 4 weeks. And so myself included, it's really cool to see like how the jokes that we've been talking about kind of come together and how everybody does. So I hope that you guys really enjoy it. Normally I do a set up front, but I'm not going to do that tonight because I just had a root canal 2 hours ago. High on pain medication, and my mouth is numb. So I didn't think it would be a good idea to do a set. So it might have gone better, or I don't know, I can't tell. But I'm just going to get the show started. I'm not feeling that great about talking. And I know you guys are going to love everybody, and I'm really excited to see them. So please be kind to everybody. We'll talk a little bit more about like what it means to take stand-up 101 at the end of the show, if you guys are interested in it. And it's gonna be really fun. So with all of that said, I'm gonna bring up your first student tonight. Everybody give it up, make it real loud for Andy.
Get this thing out of the way here. Get a few more steps in. When did walking around become a serious form of exercise, like getting in your steps, right? People would be like, get in my steps! Like they just swam the English Channel or something. They'll invariably say that when they point at their Apple Watches. Get into my steps is some sort of confirmation for their superior athleticism. You know who got in all their steps? Those people on the trail for tears. Those folks got in all their steps. Okay? Where were their fucking apples? Most steps ever. I don't think the early settlers, the pilgrims, or people on the westward movement were concerned at all about their steps, right? These motherfuckers walked from Missouri to California. Steps, right? Can you imagine? Sister Rebecca, come on, girl. We gotta get in our steps before we get to Joplin. God, no. I know you just gave birth in that wagon over there, but come on, we gotta get going here. I've been to the Crocker a few times. I've never seen a picture of a fat pilgrim. I don't think Lewis and Clark had weight problems. Did you ever see a picture of Sacagawea? The girl was yoked. What if Planet Fitness had a pioneer or a gold miner boot camp? All right, 49ers, let's get going here. I'm gonna need you to go over there, get yourself a yoga mat, 2 10-pound kettlebells, and a gold pan. I'm gonna start off with your gold panning. I know you know how to do that, just get warmed up that way, okay? 3 sets of 12. From there, we're gonna move into our water fetching simulation. This is where you'll need your 10-pound kettlebells. Now I set up a track around the studio here. I put some logs and rocks in the way. You might encounter a rattler or two. Try to avoid the bog and quicksand. If you get through that, if you live through that, come back here, get your yoga mat, come back here, and we'll do what I like to refer to as a mine shaft. Now you're gonna need a partner for this and your yoga mat. So you'll put your yoga mat down, right? You lay down on your yoga mat. Have your partner lay on your back, sit on your back, right? And you're gonna try to do a couple of planks like you're in a collapsed mine shaft. 3 sets of 12 of those. I like to do my own home repair when I can. The other day, a circuit breaker at my house went out, so I called my buddy and I asked him, hey, you ever put in a circuit breaker? He goes, nah, man, you can just YouTube that shit. I said, really? YouTube it? Yeah, you can YouTube everything and everything, right? Garbage disposal on the fridge, YouTube it. Right? Blown head gasket, YouTube it. You got a polyp on your nutsack? YouTube it. I don't think the person that put up the YouTube video is a licensed electrician. You failed to mention that you should ground yourself, right? Little oversight. My electrocution wasn't too bad. I lost a fingernail. I tore a hole in my jeans as the electricity exited my body. Cautionary tale. YouTube isn't helpful, it's fucking dangerous. Yesterday I went to the Dollar Tree. They had to pull up the nickel cactus. Where do they get this shit? Slogan ought to be, you get the shit you pay for. It's not even knockoff. It's something below knockoff, some dumpster quality stuff. They got a big kitchen utensil area. They got spatulas and colanders and measuring cups. I picked up a soup ladle and some dish gloves. The soup ladle melted in the soup, and the gloves only had 4 fingers. If the Dollar Tree is a tree, it's a really fucked up tree. It's been struck by lightning, fucking woodpecker holes in it. People carved their names in it, like Johnny was here, spelled H-E-A-R. I was raised by evangelical parents. By raised, I mean gaslit. My parents spoke in tongues. For those of you that don't know about this practice, it's when the Holy Spirit takes over your body, right? AKA being possessed, and communicates to an unknown language to the congregation a tale about what God wants you to know. And then somebody in the congregation translates that. Now, I'm not talking about German or Spanish or some kind of lost Incan language. That would be cool. I'm talking about incoherent gibberish. Yubachi Jungya Weeble translation. Lord, someone in the congregation is feeling the power of the devil at work. Jesus cast that demon out. As a child, I prayed that a demon would actually come out and fly around the sanctuary and fuck up some shit. Never happened. It was kind of like growing up with snake oil salesmen or sorcerers with no sorcery skills. A lot like Trump's cabinet. That's it for me.
All right, Andy, everybody, give it up for him one more time. All right, we're going to keep the show moving right along here. This next comedian that we have coming to the stage also was just wonderful to have in class. Has such a unique perspective on things, really understood joke writing in a foundational way, and I loved her very much, and I think you guys are going to also. Everybody give it up for Dana.
Weird, a little exciting. Okay. I'm Dana, and I'm a government Nepo baby. This is the support group, right? Is that a different night? But anyway, I'm the child of a... We've got this.
We got you.
I'm the child of a self-inking filed stamp and a goldenrod carbon copy of a BCIA 127 form. Dad's dad was red tape. So, growing up a government Nepo baby is a little different. Like, my first word was, next! My first full sentence was, I can't help you with that. For my 5th birthday, I got the most amazing gift from my parents. It was my first customer service window. know, it even had the chain attached to the counter where there's supposed to be a pen. And you know, there's a button on it, and you push the button, and it goes, "Now serving A37. Cheeseburger 12." But you know, when I was a normal kid, you know, I loved recess. You know, I would change out of my pumps and into the whitest tennis shoes you've ever seen, and you know, power walk around the playground in my pastel smart suit. Normal kid shit. But you know, you get older and you start to rebel. You know, my parents were like, "Oh, you really should join the family business," but I was like, "I don't want to work for the man. I don't want to be a cog in the bureaucracy machine." You know, I can't work in an office. I have dreams. And dreams die in a fluorescent prison. You know, I'm not gonna sell my soul for a retirement, vacation, and sick leave on top of holidays and dental. Send it to me. So yeah, I work in a government office. And you know, my least favorite thing among many things I don't like about working in a government office is the tons of celebrations for milestones for everybody in the office. It's too much. It's really though, it's the card. And if you work in an office, you've probably had this phenomenon. Did you get the card? Card. I put it on your chair. It's in that folder. It's in that folder. And I need that by Friday. Sign the card. So there's. Let's try this. Let's try this.
There we go.
All right.
There we go.
So you know, there's an obligation to sign the card. And you know, I have to write something to someone I barely know because I need a job so I can afford therapy, so I don't stick my arms in the industrial shredder to put a new spin on my ambrosia salad recipe for the third potluck this week. You know, these cards, where do these cards come from? It's not Hallmark. You know, Hallmark's motto, when you care enough to send the very best. These cards are like, when you couldn't care less, but you need some plausible deniability. I got one card last year. Inside, printed, on the inside of this card, have the birthday you deserve. I'm sorry. So, you know, yeah, I struggle to come up with something every time the card goes to my desk, but there's always some show off. It's, "Happy 40th, Janine! Steve and the boys better spot you tonight. Can't wait for a trip." Like, okay, look, I get it. You're friends with somebody outside work. Get a room. Treat yourself. Get a suite at an all-expenses repaid resort in a Caribbean island. You know, get a Swedish massage from Ragnar and Ivar so deep it releases the tension accumulated from decades of public service. You know, go take a sunrise hike, so beautiful that it makes you see God and all living things. You know, I drink each other's blood. With the elder gods, or whatever people do on girls' trips, I really don't know. Thank you so much. That's my time. Have the evening you deserve.
is Rich, but the entirety of the class I called him Ciabatta because that's what his last name sounds like. So everybody give it up for Ciabatta.
How you guys doing? Guys, give it up for yourselves for coming out tonight. We really appreciate you, so thank you, thank you. Is anybody a winner? Give it up for being a winner. Are you winners?
Oh, yeah.
Give it up for being a winner! Guys, I'm a winner. I won first place in the Ross from Friends look like. Guys, take it in. I know, I see it too. So my name is Ciabatta, or you can call me Rich, that's fine. My name is Ciabatta. I'm Native American. I was born in Oklahoma on a reservation, and being Native American is like being a wish kid. We're both wishing for shit that's never gonna happen. You can't wish away cancer or white people. You just won't go away, will you? Not sure you guys are. You guys are the good ones. It's the ones who run the country. They try to deport us because they think we're Mexican. Guys, I'm in my mid-30s now, and being in your mid-30s, it's scary because I feel like I'm like this close to a midlife crisis. I'm like right there, and that is scary because you suddenly transform like a werewolf. Only instead of like a half man, half beast, I'm just gonna transform into like Guy Fieri. just bleach blonde hair, yellow Porsche. I'm gonna start smoking weed again. Or worse, doing cocaine. By the way, does Guy Fieri just look like cocaine turned into a man? Just saying. Okay. Guys, you know, it was really fun learning how to do comedy in this class. It's fun to, you know, learn how to write a joke. Turns out writing jokes is like sex. Just because you learned how to do it doesn't mean you're gonna be good at it. But it is something that you want to practice every day. Probably not going to take up my whole time because I think that's about all I have for you today. But I just want to thank you guys for coming, you know, and appreciate you all, and thank you.
Ciabatta, everybody, give it up for him. So many good people in this class, and I like to just say this in the middle of the show too. If you guys are interested, if anyone is interested in taking the stand-up comedy class, I'm not trying to be a salesman, but go to the website, look at the classes. They're really fun, especially because I run it more like a writing workshop, right? Like it is about like foundational joke writing, but it's also like you're just workshopping stuff over the course of 4 weeks. So if you or anyone you know is interested in it, like go check it out or talk to me after it. I think they're really fun. So that being said, let's keep moving along here. This next comic, also just amazing. Honestly, everybody in this class was very good and just had such a unique, great perspective on things. Got to know each other. It was really fun. I think this next guy, you're gonna like him a lot too. Everybody give it up for Justin.
I just want to shout out our teacher. It was great, and all my classmates. It was phenomenal. But since I have ADHD, I'm going to read from my phone, so let's have fun with it. So I set up my trauma the other day, and it beat me up. And gaslit me. But next week we're going to Tahoe. So I don't need red flags anymore. Dating bad people saps your vitality. Being in a toxic relationship is like working an awful job with terrible hours and bad pay. Oh yeah, that's slavery. But masters don't go through your phone pretending to be you to flirt with your friends, Courtney. Or try to hit you with their whip. Well, they do hit you with their whip. Different kind of whip. Let me stop. My friend's ex-wife is moving in with her new man, and he told her he thought it seemed awfully fast, and she said, well, I'm pushing 50. I've been seeing it for almost a year, it's time. But then my friend's ex-mother-in-law told him, I think really it's been like 47 days. 47 days equated to a year. Absolutely wild. She rounds up. Don't borrow $47 from her, ever. You will get $365. And this goes for everyone. Straight, gay, bisexual, conservative, liberal, centrist. Doesn't matter to me, I'm pansexual and an anarchist. Doesn't matter to me, I'm pansexual and an anarchist. Panarchist for sure. Yeah, I get turned on if someone knows how to correctly season cast iron skillet. And I don't vote. But universally, we all do deal with fucked up people, and if you share that open-minded belief that every individual is their own, my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to each one of you. See how easy that was? I'm new here in Sacramento, and it has big city but small town vibes, which I'm familiar with coming from, basically any city outside of any big city. Everybody local, scene-wise, has fucked someone, or they have known someone who has fucked someone. I'm single, in my 40s, I have a keen situational awareness. I've only been here a year and I've seen it, heard it, felt it, and nuzzled it with my face. I had a joke here about people who have slept with other, like the same person, but Eskimo twins is off the table. It's offensive, it's over. And the rabbit hole I fell down looking for a replacement was funnier than my joke, so let me read a couple few to you. Fuck buddies once removed. Tunnel twins. Bogo sisters. Peen pals. Pussy pals. Mud bud. Whole brothers. Whole sisters. Stick brothers and stick sisters. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you might have noticed that I've got that OG ADHD. My dad unleashed me, took me off the meds in my teens, and I've been unmedicated ever since, baby. Does anyone remember the 2006 animated film Over the Hedge? Yes. In which Steve Carell voiced the hyperactive squirrel Hammy? Love him, an icon. If I took Adderall, I'd probably lock in like when Hammy was given that energy drink, like time would slow down. I'd lock in like, bad example, Hitler on speed. I'd lock in like, another bad example, the kamikaze pilots who were also on speed. Basically, I would be too far orientated for the global good. Kidding, I'm from the other side. Who were also on speed. Everybody in World War II was on speed. Growing up, I was a bit of a juvenile delinquent, bit of a nerd, a hybrid, a daywalker, if you will. Spent school lunches playing Dungeons and Dragons with my geek friends, only to skip after and go to ditch parties with my street friends. If you're not familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, it's a tabletop game where a person, the dungeon master or DM, describes a fantasy realm that you and a group of others navigate with colorful characters that you've created while trying to meet satanic allegations by Christianity groups. Then I discovered raves and psychedelic drugs, so obviously I played as a dark elf wizard class character in D&D in real life. I wrote Perception. Do I see anything on this asset? Level 20 ketamine spell, freeze mobility. Roll on 2 triple stacks for initiative. Cast ecstasy, everybody high. I can do this forever, but that's my time. Thank you.
Alright, Justin, everybody give it up for one more time. Alright guys, we have 2 more comics left tonight. Are you guys having a good time?
Yeah.
Alright, this next comic coming up, also just, this whole class honestly was really good. And again, it's just, there was such diversity and like unique perspectives that I feel like the grad show has made for just a wonderful, just kind of cornucopia of like ideas and stuff. So this was a great class. You guys are gonna love her as well. Everybody give it up for Ratika.
Hey everybody, how are you doing? I'm a little nervous. They forgot to program me with public speaking skills when they beat me down. I'm a childless cat lady, and it's tax season. Most people would want to claim their pets as dependent, but I'd rather have my cat claim me as a dependent. That way, I finally get citizenship in this lifetime. I have an indoor-only cat. It's interesting how we bring these wild animals into our homes, sometimes against their will, and tell them, look, for your freedom and your balls, I'll give you safety, warmth, and food. Kind of like being a software engineer in big tech. I think my cat loves me for who I am. Unlike my ex, who I am is someone who can open cans. I don't want to have children. I don't like them, don't want them, that's my choice. Me being single, that was my ex's choice. Meanwhile, all my friends are having babies, even though I told them not to. One of my friends recently had a baby. She wasn't crying when she was born. She had a big smile on her face because she popped out right before Trump ended birthright citizenship. Trump recently withdrew the US from the World Health Organization. He was probably sitting on the toilet in the White House and he got on the Rocket Money app. You know, one of those apps that tell you all the services that you're subscribed to. He's on there like, WHO, drinking bleach is cheaper, cancel. NATO, I think it's important for now. DEI, I didn't subscribe to that, cancel. Disney Plus, daddy needs that. I'm deathly afraid of lizards. Snakes, I'm okay with. But lizards? Ew. A few months ago, I got really sick. I ate something bad and had the worst stomach cramps. Needless to say, I got my steps in that day running to the bathroom. So I called my dad, who's a doctor, but he didn't pick up my call. I guess he had better things to do than talk to his only daughter. When I call him, it's a matter of life or death. And he calls me when he needs to figure out how to use the printer. Since I couldn't get free medical advice, I had to resort to using the American healthcare system. ER because I didn't have a fork jammed in my eye, or hiccups that wouldn't stop, or a life-threatening paper cut. I went to the urgent care. After listening to all my symptoms, the doctor told me that I'm dehydrated and I need to drink Gatorade. I spent $400 to be told that I just needed to drink Gatorade. Next time my dad needs tech support, I'm gonna bill him as an out-of-network provider. I went to the gynecologist recently. Before the appointment, they had me fill a questionnaire. It had questions like, how many tampons or pads do you use on your period? How old were you when you first had sex? Are you currently sexually active? Why do I have to relive all my trauma before getting kind of like my 16th birthday. Have you guys seen those commercials of antidepressants on TV? They show people doing everyday things, like picking up their streaming kids from school, or having lunch with their annoying coworker who they secretly wish would choke on their salad and die. Meanwhile, the narrator's listing all the ominous side effects of the drug. Things like, don't take this drug if you're allergic to it. Some of the side effects of this drug include suicidal thoughts and depression. Well, thanks a lot, Big Pharma. I don't want a side of depression with my depression. Thank you, everyone. That's my time.
Alright guys, we have one more comedian left for you. Again, everybody in this class was great. I think him specifically too, just like a fundamental understanding for like joke writing and setups and punchlines, as a lot of the people in this class did. So it was like really easy and fun to workshop things. I loved him, you guys are gonna love him. Everybody give it up for Hector.
Traffic sucks. I hate sitting in traffic. I hate the constant stopping and going, being late to where I'm going, and that if I'm stuck in traffic long enough, my beer goes to room temperature. I'm a responsible person now. I don't drink and drive at the same time anymore. Instead, I drink and then I drive. Being an ugly man sucks. Last month, I was abducted by aliens. They didn't anal probe me. They told me they only like me as a friend. I was listening to this podcast. They were interviewing this guy. Apparently, he's constantly being abducted by aliens. He's written books depicting all the aliens that exist. And he lives in a secluded cabin in the woods, somewhere in Canada. That's the craziest shit I've ever heard. Living in Canada. Dating sucks if you're an ugly guy. Yesterday, I was trying to talk to this woman, but she just started yelling and screaming at me for no reason. She made a huge scene in the women's locker room. These alpha male internet influencers are getting out of hand. One of them said that it's weak beta male behavior to spend money on a woman. Forget that guy. My mother raised a gentleman. I'm going to continue paying my $20 monthly subscription to Sexy Lexi 69 on OnlyFans. I'm broke as hell. I've got no money. I'm so broke, all 7 credit cards of mine got declined at the Dollar General. They told me I should get my groceries somewhere more aligned with my budget. Like a dumpster behind a 7-Eleven in 1998. apartments in the world. My last check to pay the rent bounced. My landlord suggested I find more affordable housing, like a tent underneath the Stockton Crosstown Highway. I was born and raised in Lodi. Lodi's a small, nice little town.
Don't get stuck in it.
I moved to Stockton about 2 years ago. Lodi and Stockton are way different. Lodi is like the Garden of Eden, and Stockton is like Sodom and Gomorrah, but with cholos. Stockton is fucking wild. I saw the craziest shit in Stockton last month. You're not gonna believe me when I tell you this, but I actually saw somebody use their blinker before making switching lanes. Most mechanic shops offer free brake checks. America's Tire offers free tire pressure checks, and the city of Stockton offers free catalytic converter removal for your vehicle. I'm relieved. After 12 years, I finally paid off my student loans.
Woo!
Those $600 didn't seem worth it for clown college. I love Reno. It's a hell of a town. I love gambling at casinos. Last year, I went to Reno with $500. I came back with $18,000 of credit card debt. I used to work at Walmart. People don't realize how much stealing goes on in that store. I know because my coworkers and I were the ones stealing. I'm working at an Amazon fulfillment center right now. I like it better than working at Walmart. Better schedule, better benefits, better stealing opportunities. I'm addicted to watching YouTube. I watch way too much. And all of the videos I watch are useless garbage. For example, I watched this 24-minute video about a bunch of guys looking for Bigfoot. Spoiler alert, they didn't find him. They never do. But that's okay. I'm sure all of us have watched a stupid video like that while driving to work. What's worse, while I was watching that video, I got stuck in traffic, and my Miller High Life went to room temperature.